Hello everybody, it's your Proftrof and we're back again with another girlfriend reviews. This is a murder of Days Gone girlfriend review. So I played this game on stream and I beat it on stream. 6 out of 10 for me. Started off great, second half was a little Yeah, let's see what they think about it.
When Days Gone came out in 2019, game critics said it was fine, but lacked the high-quality writing and technical polish that Sony exclusives typically spoil us with. So gamers responded, "No,
6.5.
IGN, delete this video right now!" Which roughly translates to,
IGN game.
Wait, but I completely agree. What did they get wrong?
If something I pre-ordered a 6.5 and I took that personally.
2 years later, following its release on PC, cancellation of its sequel, and fan-blaming comments from its director, the Days Gone debate has...
Listen, I don't understand what he's fan blaming about. I feel like when they made this game, this is my opinion. That's what I think about this game. When they made this game, the first half, the first 2/3 are so good because it focused on the zombies. And that was very interesting. It had a bit of a emotional, where you have like emotional connections with the characters, but the zombie portion was very interesting. The zombies are evolving, they're eating food that's not like human only, so they're evolving, they're getting better. And then like the last 1/3 of the game, oh, let's have like big bad guy trying to kill people and do whatever the fuck. Let's completely forget about the most interesting part of our game and hope that it sells decently so we can make a second one. That's pretty much what they did. Like, what?
reignited.
Come on,
As
bro.
if it happened so long ago that anyone could forget.
Some people agree with the more negative professional reviews written by bootlicking Xbox shills such as PlayStation Universe.
Damn.
And other people agree with the more
10.
positive user reviews.
10. A 10. You are... Listen, I don't know what kind of drugs you're on to give this game a 10. I want them. Can you mail them to Bulgaria, please?
Written by totally unbiased
What are you on?
strangers such as Days Gone 2 Forever, who makes a valid case that there's literally nothing wrong with this 10 out of 10 game. No, it's female empowerment that's the problem. Days Gone is just a threat to Neil Cuckman's agenda. Yeah, that's why Days Gone 2 got canceled.
What?
Not because of embarrassingly low sales and mixed critical reception, because of women! They don't talk to me! 4 out of 4 users found this helpful. Okay, IGN, stop giving copy-paste cash grabs near-perfect scores unless they're actually near-perfect games, sweetie. And gamers, stop demanding IGN issue an apology on the rare occasion they're brave enough to give something an honest average score. Unless it's
It is
Doom, in
average
which
as
case
hell, though.
IGN better issue an apology. 7.1.
They gave Doom a 7. Okay, I also want those drugs. I also want some of those.
Are you sorry?
What?
6 out of 10.
Alright, now that I've single-handedly fixed IGN and gamers, allow me to end the Days Gone debate
User
once
score
and for all.
8.3.
The truth is, IGN did
Yeah,
in
well,
fact get this one wrong.
Yeah.
Days
No,
Gone
they didn't.
deserved
What?
a way higher amount of criticism. It's just awful.
Okay, it's not all.
So, this isn't a review of what it's like to live with someone who plays Days Gone. This is pretty much gonna be a murder of Days Gone.
Jeez.
Cold-blooded. I'm sorry to this man. He was fantastic as Deacon Saint Starkiller Base, but sorry to this man. I do not like Days Gone. Knock, knock.
Okay,
Who's
let's
there?
hear it.
It's
Listen,
me.
I gotta be honest with you. There is a lot of things not to like about Days Gone that I kind of agree on. Side quests completely the same through the whole game. Game makes you grind side quests to access the best weapons. Best weapons are not that great. The weapon diversity is very small. Zombies, amazing. Zombie hordes, amazing. They're scary. When you run into all of them, they're scary. So, I mean, listen, there is a lot of stuff
Wondering
that's
why
not
you
You can
Not
tell
naked.
Shelby doesn't like a game when her ADHD is out of control.
I'm so bored.
See, the whole time we've played this game,
Nothing's happened.
She
What do you
hasn't-
want me to do? Nothing's happened. He just keeps walking up to people and going, "Hey, so you wanna hoo-ha ta ta?" And then they're like, "Oh, well, we gotta do it to Bubba." And he goes, huh, "Well, maybe next time." And then he gets on his bike and then he goes. In our last video, we called Resident Evil Village a single-player roller coaster with a special spot for backseat gamers right up front. If I had to use the roller coaster analogy in today's video, I'd compare Days Gone to It's a Small World, a slow, boring ride of maddening repetition that goes on forever past the point you stopped enjoying it ironically. And for a while, I did genuinely enjoy Days Gone ironically, starting only 20 seconds in when this happened.
Oh shit!
Oh my f***ing god! And I realized it was gonna be one of those games.
Whoa! What did you guys see that?
Yo, I didn't know it's that many bugs.
Games.
Whoa.
They got him!
Yeah, that's the kind of game I'm talking about. A broke-ass game.
Broke-ass game.
Listen, bugs are funny. People get mad at bugs.
I didn't get that. What the
Bugs are
hell?
funny.
Wow! Hey, look! Ding, ding, ding!
Yay!
We won.
I don't care about immersion. When V's Beampus was bugging out his jeans, I was like, that's terrible. CD Projekt Red. Why is that happening? For real? Is it a certain pair of pants I need to avoid? Or what specifically are
It's
the
a
exact
feature.
parameters I should never try right now to get the funny Beampus?
Breathtaking.
However, despite thankfully remaining a buggy game since launch, laughing gas wasn't the only fuel Days Gone needed more of to make it a
Damn.
joyride.
You like this game?
No.
Are you sure you don't like this game?
Yeah.
Which part? The part where I'm slowly
The whole of
walking
it?
my motorcycle through a dirt road?
Yeah.
Don't worry, just 2.1 kilometers.
Pacing is really important. Every video game review talks about pacing, so is Days Gone well paced? Is it poorly paced? After 30 hours, I knocked on the TV, I said, pacing! Pacing! And do you know what I found out? There is no pacing in Days Gone. The main quests in a story-driven video game are normally when the narrative and gameplay come together in a way that most profoundly demonstrates what the developers are capable of.
Okay.
When a player selects the main quest, it's because they're ready for some higher production value, which will simultaneously progress the plot and put their skills to the test.
True, that's what we expect.
The main quests in Days Gone often don't even seem to know what the plot is, rarely require any
come
meaningful
on.
effort from the player, and virtually never expand upon the core mechanics available from the outset. It's like the director handed his dev team 5,000 pages front and back of just dialogue, so the dev team said, "Hey boss, quick question. When you wrote this alarmingly incoherent pile of conversations, did you know we're making a video game? Game design, it's for fun. All these walking and talking quests, it's not fun. Plus your story, your characters, I'm gonna be honest, they're bullshit, man. What the f*** are we
Hey,
gonna
come on,
do?
I liked some of
Don't
them.
be
Boozer was
trusting us."
awesome.
And then the director of Days Gone looked at his dev team with reassuring confidence and replied,
You were in the parking lot earlier. That's how I know you.
This is a load of barnacles.
You can practically hear the dev team throwing their hands up in frustration as they program yet another exciting motorcycle zombie level for you to move the left joystick a little as you
Okay, I
follow
hate
your
these
snail
parts.
wife around and compliment her tuchus.
Do me a favor. Take that shit off.
Why do the main quests in a post-apocalyptic open world with exhilarating
Wait, you didn't
zombie
get-
hordes
what?
and nitrous-boosted motorcycles
How'd
have
you
the
get
least
fine there?
exhilarating, least nitrous-boosted pacing in the whole game?
I want to shoot zombies. Not watch X-Files. I'm a
Bro, these
bush.
are the
That
most.
was my boyfriend's reaction the first
Okay, she's kind of right though. Like those missions were very boring to play, but they had the best plot exposition. These missions had the most interesting plot of the whole game.
time they made him fill up a bar by listening.
I don't have to say anything.
On the fifth quest, exactly like it, he was
was
only
a lot
doing
of-
it because there was absolutely nothing else left to do on the map. And to unlock more, it was either listen to X-Files from a bush again, or go talk to a rock.
I know it doesn't make any sense me coming up here, but what the hell?
That's optional.
Where else am I gonna go?
Herein lies the biggest issue with Days Gone's pacing. The kind of action and adventure players bought the game to experience is frequently locked behind a paywall of meandering dribble that simply did not take game design into account when it was written. For the opening half of Days Gone, the main quests are at best hours behind where the player
You better.
wants to be gameplay-wise, and at worst don't feature any gameplay at all. Oh, they made a trailer called Fighting the Horde, because fighting the Horde seems like gameplay worth $60.
Oh yeah,
but the
true. I didn't think about that. You only start fighting the hordes in like the last portion of the game. They're not even unlocked on your map to like the last 3 quests, I think. I didn't think about it.
Trailer doesn't tell you that the first main quest where you fight a horde is 70% through the game.
That's actually real.
My boyfriend had already defeated a ton of hordes he had to seek out on his own when again, to unlock more game, he was
because they're not after you do the first quest where you kill the horde, they start appearing on your map as like side activities. Before that, they don't appear. You can still do it, but you don't know that that's a thing you can do.
forced to go on a light jog with an old man across a marsh and up a hill to merely look at a horde. This grandpa's like, well, days of big bunches of embers to kill, ain't they? Best part of the game, I reckon. Ooh-wee. But slow down there, kiddo. You've only been playing for 25 hours. So for now, what do you say we jog right on back to camp? And I'll tell you what, last one there's a penis pump. And I just wanna go home. So many of these mandatory storylines are 30-minute meetings that could have been an email. That's why sometimes it feels like the dev team tried to add interesting gameplay where there clearly was no plan to add gameplay. For instance, on this mission, the main character goes to church and daydreams about his wedding day in the cringiest cutscene ever motion captured.
But only if you promise to ride me as much as you ride your bike.
And right in the middle of it, the devs are like,
I messed up Days Gone right there so you can have a random shootout, cause we're sorry.
And then Starkiller Base goes right back to daydreaming as if nothing happened.
Starkiller.
Get a room!
Although other times when the script miraculously formulates a scenario that could possibly be mistaken for this complex concept people in the video game biz call a level, the director was probably like, I gave you something fun to do, and you wasted it.
This is a load of barnacles.
I mean, using dynamite to blow up a dam at the climax of multiple storylines sounds like it was gonna be a pretty epic level to me, but what do I know? After all, you're the guys that made Bubsy 3D.
No, that's the thing I'm sensitive about.
So let's just give the dynamite to Boozer, the village drunk with one arm, and he can go play the level while we watch from...
Oi, don't shit talk Boozer! He's the best character in this fucking game.
A mile away. Then, I don't want to ride my steel horse full throttle away from a deadly tidal wave, no. Give me a comical animation with GameCube vibes, and that's a wrap on the actual best story mission in Days Gone. So if you wanted a sequel, well, you should have just bought it at full price.
But the thing is that that mission was supposed to show the human part because you kill a shit ton of people. I don't know.
In conclusion, I'm sorry to this man, and I'm sorry to Ben's studio. There are sparks of genius on these bloody Oregon trails that can be seen flying into the kindling of freaker nests or lighting up an awe-inspiring amount of enemies. But the creative fire Days Gone was spitting is too swiftly extinguished, leaving the player with a burning desire for more that cannot be quenched by the drip feed of flavorless side quests or the bottomless well of main quests, which are overflowing, yet somehow still only trickle one by one like stinky pee-pee from a funny beampus. This video is dedicated to everyone who unironically enjoyed Days Gone. No hard feelings. I'm happy for each and every one of you, except Metacritic user Days Gone 2 Forever. He is an ignorant clown. Now, if you don't want to be an ignorant clown, you should definitely check out...
I'm a little disappointed in this review. She didn't talk about the best part. Listen, zombie portion of this game is amazing. It's probably the best. Like the zombies in this game, the way they are designed is like the most interesting of any zombie game I've ever played or any series I've watched or movie I've watched. Like the zombies, they progress, they mutate, and that's what you learn through that they start eating berries, they forage for food. The reason why people are not too scared about the zombies, that they think that after a couple of years they're just gonna drop dead because they won't have that much food to eat. So people are trying to survive. What you find out here is that ain't what's happening. And at the end, there's like a secret ending where you go up to one of the researcher guys you've been helping it the whole game, and you talk to him, and he's like, turns out he's actually a fucking zombie, but he's like advanced to a point where he can think. So there is a chance that the zombies are gonna go from mindless killers to thinking people. It's cool. It sounds very awesome. They just didn't touch upon it at all after the second third of the game. It wasn't a part of the. That's my biggest problem with this game. I feel like if it was more zombie centric, the last part of the game, and set up the second game a lot better, it would have been awesome. It would have been an amazing ending. But they focused on the generic zombie shit that they do in every single other zombie game. People bad, people trying to kill the world. Forget about the zombies, people. It's like The Walking Dead. They do that shit all the time. So I stopped watching it. Anyway, that's my little talk about the game. Hope y'all enjoyed this video. Quick thank you to the YouTube members and Patreons. Thank you all for the support. I appreciate you all. Go check out Girlfriend reviews. I don't completely agree with them on this, but hey, they do some cool videos. Anyway, bye-bye everybody. Have a nice day.